Yeah, I've been feeling like everybody hating, but I just be trading nightly. Almost every time we get in the fight, it seems you don't even like me. I'm just trying to find a right maybe. Cool. So the overall plan today is to see ES fail at 6420. There's this LVN. If we break in, build above, shoot up. But if we don't, maintain this rotation within. 520 on NQ. We did overnight high, poke and fail. I was looking at that. I was like, damn, should I really take this? I didn't. Eventually we come back up. ES hits this range in which I want a short. So I hop in on a short. And since I'm about to blow this account, it's like I'm sizing in. I think this is 5 cons. I eventually get stopped out. That's a-okay. ES wasn't really at the range that was within that red box yet. It does end up getting there. And then, so I throw on again. I'm like, cool, let me throw on a decent expectation for this to play out. Plays out. Seems like we got some absorption. I did have confidence. At this point, I was like, oh, should I add on my position? This is what I'm thinking. I see this 45-degree taper on the right bottom side of the volume profile. I had some degree of confidence. We're still being able to explore lower. We don't. The account size, I guess, or limit is a stop loss for this. I'm totally willing to let it go because it's like, what? Am I really going to build up back like 5K off of like 300? Very unlikely. That would also just stress me out if I did like days and days of investment and then it's like it blows up, and it's like, all right, well, I wasted my time, right? So I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna let it go. Sure, should I have exited out at that bottom? Totally. I didn't even think of it. I was like, oh, it's probably just some stalling. That first bounce up that had occurred, I was like, yeah, this is probably just gonna be a tight little pullback, and then we come back down, explore the rest of the bottom of this range. We didn't, whatever. So with that being said, I got a topstep account, and I think topstep is probably my better option. They have a better payout policy instead of reaching some sort of 3K profit goal. I mean, of course, there's the evaluation, but with a past account, instead of a 3K profit goal, you have like 150 to make 5 days non-consecutive, and then you can pull out half of that. I think that's what it is. So that sounds pretty good. The overall strat is like this one guy on YouTube, I think his name's Mike, I'm not super sure, but he just does like one NQ contract, goes for a couple of points. He has a negative RR and he just like pulls out, like he's like, oh, I made 200 and I walk away. I'm like, bro, that's like simple as shit. And so if I can follow the same stuff, I wrote some notes yesterday after yesterday's recap. Basically, there's 3 things I want to make sure that are there. Is there a level that I planned out for TradingView? Is this part of my execution plan of the morning or week by week basis? And is this like a support resistance rotation looking kind of thing? And then look at order flow confluence. So we have absorption or like some sort of DOM flip or like delta blocks building, stuff like that, whatever the entry signal is for that short or that long, and then exit reasonably. And then I think if I can do that, one contract of NQ, make 200 a day, cool. I think with the eval, I'm gonna try to pump these as much as possible. So, I'm gonna try to put on a little more size, stuff like that, because I don't want to spend too much time sitting in an eval and getting attached to it. Like, you're gonna pass this or not, you know what I'm saying? In January I tried to do that. I was like, I want to do this like the right way, and I was right there right before I hit that line to pass the account. I think I talked about that before, but essentially, yeah. So I'm gonna try to get these passed as soon as possible, 1 to 3 days, and then once it's passed, that's when it's like, all right, $200 a day, and then from that get a payout, get another one, do 2, bam. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna start on that process. It is gonna be FOMC in about like 30 minutes. This is like a 10-20. So I'm probably gonna see if there's some sort of entry I can get with my topstep eval, see what I can do. We gotta risk it for the fucking biscuit, because I want to go to China. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.